I don't know how old you are, but I do know this that at some point we all wonder, am I where I'm supposed to be? And I also don't know how satisfied you are with your life. Let's ask ChatGPT the same questions. How old are you? It finally comes up with some numbers. How satisfied are you with your current version, ChatGPT? It doesn't have feelings, but interprets satisfaction in terms of performance, capabilities, and how pleased people can be after using it, which it considers as a significant improvement. Seems like what our modern world values the most. When we say we are satisfied or not, we are really talking about everything that brought us here, what we have learned, what we have failed at, what we have told ourselves again and again until it became a part of us, like the bricks of a wall. This wall is different for every person based on their experiences, their feelings, their family, their teachers, their desires, and a lot of other things we are not aware of. I have built a wall too, brick by brick, to protect myself from the vagueness that surrounds us, the uncertainty that is killing us because we want to be in control. In the first part of this video, I want to take you through the different bricks of my own metaphorical wall, the experiences, choices, and ideas that shaped me, so you can understand why I've decided it's time to start taking it apart, taking it down. One of my most important attempts to beat this uncertainty was choosing physics as my major. It just made it worse by studying quantum mechanics, a beautiful theory that I still really like to read about, and you can see that most of my videos on this channel are about quantum physics. I have learned different ways of quantitative thinking by studying physics, using calculus to think about incremental changes and sums, using probabilities to figure out the state of a system, using complex numbers to account for phases and waves and abstract concepts in quantum mechanics, the Hilbert space, which is an abstract vector space that quantum states live in, and we can use some operators in this framework to actually predict some physical quantities. And also how Maxwell equations can account for electromagnetic waves and many other things, which are all ways of thinking about our world quantitatively. The craziest thing about learning all of these topics is that our brain is capable of this level of abstraction, and it never ceases to amaze me. This was the thought I had at the end of my bachelor's, and I couldn't stop thinking about how and why we are studying our universe and what motivates the tissue in our head to study the world around itself, including itself as a complex and intricate entity in the physical world. Which leads us to my second brick, the phenomenal brain. When I decided to study neuroscience, I had to make a difficult decision, staying in the same city that my girlfriend lived in and working on the beautiful relationship I had, or moving to another city to study neuroscience because there weren't any master's program I could pursue to achieve this goal in my city. So instead of risking my relationship, I stayed and chose quantum information as my master's program. I actually didn't give up on my dream to study computational neuroscience and started studying neuroscience on my own, and even convinced one of my professors to help me do my research on predicting epileptic seizures using transfer entropy. It was really difficult, but really fun. My thesis turned out not to be what I really wanted, but I really learned valuable things during those 3 years. This was the moment I really learned how imperfect I was, and it hit really hard. You might want to know what happened to my relationship. Actually, we got married the next year, and we have been happily married for about 10 years now, and I guess I've been really lucky in this one. The most unassuming brick in my wall is being an English teacher. When I was 11, my older sister urged me to learn English, and I did. It's been a 24-year-old journey, and to earn some money, it has been one of the coolest careers I could have chosen in my life. I've been teaching English for around, 14 years, and I have learned a lot. Not only English, but about learning, about people, about communication, and about sympathy. When you have studied physics and you're interested in human brain, every class is an experiment for you in which you try to get into the workings of each individual's brain and help them overcome the difficulties of learning. Cool, isn't it? By teaching English, I have learned how strong human connection can be, and when you treat your students as human beings who are struggling to become a better version of themselves, to achieve something in their lives, every second of the class is a learning experience for you as a teacher. And you, as the teacher, will change too. As a teacher, you are not just teaching, you are creating a communication with the thoughts, struggles, desires, failures, and many other human traits of a group of people who are reaching out to be felt by another person, not only being thought by him or her. So teaching has been an amazing journey for me so far, a purely human experience which sparked a joyful thought in my head 7 years ago. The next brick, creating content online. I've been creating content for about 7 years now. Not full-time, just as a hobby. I have learned how to use different tools to organize my thoughts, create presentations, edit my videos and my voice to better present my thoughts. It has been an amazing and really fun journey making lots of content in my mother tongue and also in English. I started this channel about 3 years ago and I have been posting different videos about physics, which has been an amazing journey. I really like how every video becomes a journey by which you explore not only a specific topic, but also yourself and your own thoughts. The last brick I want to talk about is music. In different durations in my life, I have played some musical instrument, not just one, believe me, and music has always been an important part of my life. The most amazing thing about practicing a musical instrument is that you have to sit down for hours and play the same notes so you can build a harmony between your vision, brain, muscles, and maybe your feelings. It is conscious in the beginning, but like driving, it becomes unconscious, and you can see how patiently practicing can lead to this complex harmony we call music. There is a missing brick though, which I want to talk about in the second part of this video. I have always liked programming and I've always aced my programming classes. A couple of years ago, I participated in a great workshop in computational neuroscience and I found out that I really need to get better at coding with Python. I did nothing though. When I was a teenager, I attended a robotics class and started coding with assembly, but I didn't continue. When I was in high school, I decided to learn Visual Basic and I did for a while, but I didn't continue. I even worked as an accountant for 3 years and devised a system for accounting just by using Microsoft Excel, but I didn't improve it because I didn't learn more about coding. It has always been the missing piece. My thesis could have been better if I had learned programming. I could have become a better teacher by creating maybe some bots for my students. I could have become a better accountant by knowing how to code, and even a better content creator if I knew how to use some tools like Manim and some libraries in Python like Matplotlib. All the things that I've been clinging on seems to have stopped me. All the negative comments I've gotten on social media, the image of a smart person that I have always wanted to become, and most of all, the unpredictable future that always have been in front of me. I've managed to accept the uncertainty in my decisions in some cases and haven't been able to accept in others, like for example programming. The thing is, I have recently been able to notice this vulnerability and I'm ready to take action to spiral out and keep going, as Maynard James Keenan beautifully says in the song Lateralis. I think it's time to embrace the uncertainty and step into the complexity of life and see what happens, no matter how old I am. And as a teacher, I think it would be inspirational for some people and also stupid for some others. Who knows? This video is not a tutorial as my most videos have been. This is a confession. In this world that we are facing an unpredictable future by the emergence of AI tools and social media, I have decided to take down the image of the smart person I have been trying to be and practice humility by sharing my passion and also my struggles toward knowing more about the underlying mechanisms of learning intelligence and whatever that makes us human. I named this channel Let's Get Complex 3 years ago, and I think I've developed the courage to truly talk about and investigate my fears, feelings, and what I think on this channel. And I think it is the starting point for me to become a better husband, a better student, a better teacher, a better programmer, a better musician, and a better person. So from now on, I'm going to share my journey and my thoughts and struggles as I'm learning, and maybe a lot of personalized tutorials in which I show you what challenges I've been through as a person and how I could handle them on different topics like, I don't know, deep learning, programming, mathematics, statistical physics, calculus, and many more related topics to tackle the uncertainty we are all facing every day in our lives. The next video is about the learning method I want to use to learn programming, and you will gradually see what challenges I will face during this journey. I want to use this channel to motivate myself to read more, try more, and share as I learn. Maybe in a couple of years, someone will watch this video and get inspired by the failures that I will have experienced and decides to break the wall or add some bricks to change something in their lives. Please feel free to share the bricks you think have been important in your life. Think about them, write them down, and share them with me if you like. See you in the next video about the method I'm actually going to use on this journey.